Greetings viewers, it's Eric the Car Guy, but I'm also known as ETCG1 when posting videos to this channel, and I get excited when I start things off on this channel because I start things off here with, hey, if it's your birthday, happy birthday. Please enjoy this digital confection that I found for you. Today I'd like to talk about something that I hope can have you avoid a similar situation to what I've recently experienced with the 2008 Acura TL that's sitting on my lift back there. Those of you that have been following along know that about 2, maybe 3 years ago, I installed a timing belt and water pump kit. Made a video and everything, I'll link that down in the description. I think it was last November, I was driving down the highway and suddenly the engine failed. Well, it turns out that timing belt and water pump kit that I installed had failed, and I couldn't find any reason, any problem with the installation that I could discern anyway. I've been working on the Honda J-Series engine since it was new in about, I think it was 99 when it came out. And I've been a Honda technician for 25 plus years. And I've never had a timing belt and water pump fail in such short order as I did with this one. Now, during that video that I mentioned, which I think I mentioned, I linked it down in the description. During that video, the installation of the timing belt and water pump on this car, I had reservations about the water pump in particular. What I found was it came in a box that looked just like an original equipment Honda box, but this was wrapped in a type of plastic that I've never seen Honda water pumps wrapped in before, and that was like this clear plastic that was sort of tightly bound around the outside of it. In fact, so much so it kind of potato chipped it a little bit, so it wasn't exactly flat, it was actually curved in a little bit because that plastic, when it shrunk up, I think pulled the metal. Anyway, I was having reservations with it from the moment I installed it. Now, I got this kit off of Amazon, and it advertised itself as original equipment Honda parts for a J-Series V6. And it was cheaper than original equipment parts. And I thought to myself, hey, that sounds like a good deal. I don't know how they're getting away with it, but heck, I'll try it. Well, as I said, those little red flags came up when installing these parts and they failed. So I'd like to just sort of cover counterfeit parts a little bit, at least as far as Honda goes, to try to help you avoid the same situation. Now, first of all, I think the main takeaway from all this is if it seems too good to be true, most likely it is. So check your original equipment Honda parts. You can look them up online, find out how much they are from an online Honda dealer, or call up your local Honda dealer and ask them how much those parts will be. Then when you go to purchase your parts online, if you're looking for a cheaper price and you see something that looks like original equipment parts, but they are substantially cheaper or maybe even slightly cheaper than original equipment stuff, those are suspect. In fact, unless it's original equipment, unless you get it directly from the dealer or directly from a Honda website, I would say there's a possibility that it's not an actual Honda part, and I would avoid it because you don't want this to happen. I got stuck on the side of the road, had to tow this thing back from Indianapolis. It broke some other parts while it was in there. I'll link that video down in the description where I repaired it. But the point is, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. Now, there are some aftermarket companies out there that make good parts. And what I feel as far as Hondas are concerned, and timing belt water pump kits in particular, water pumps, Aisin. And I'll link a kit down in the description, or I'll just link them down in the description. I've used them for years and haven't had any issues. In fact, I think they might be the original equipment supplier for Honda. Many manufacturers don't make their own parts. They have other companies make the parts for them to their specs. They inspect them, they say, okay, that's good, and then they throw it on. Maybe those counterfeit parts were rejects. I honestly don't know. But just having the prospect of having them fail as they did on my vehicle, that's the last thing you want to happen. And in a way, I'm kind of glad it did happen to me because I'm able to share this information with you, and hopefully you'll be able to avoid the same fate. So I'll link, well, I was going to link the original timing belt and water pump that I put onto this, but I checked it recently and it's a 404 not found, so it's no longer available. But as I said, if you look for Aisin kits, those kits I've found to be good kits, or original equipment parts directly from the dealer or a reputable online site, you should be good to go. And I like using Honda parts for the most part on things. There are some areas where I feel I can save some money, so you have to watch my show to find out where I try to save money. But there's other areas where I don't even bother. Anyway, counterfeit parts. Have you had experience with counterfeit parts? Have you had a problem like I've had here with something that you bought off of maybe eBay or something like that you thought was original equipment and it was not? And then what happened? With me, with this, well, this is money gone, whatever. But it made great content. I've made bunches of videos out of this, so hey, but most of all, I'm hoping this information helps you avoid a similar fate. Comments down below on what you saw in this video. What do you think about counterfeit parts? Also, links in the description to additional videos, parts, or other stuff that might be relevant. Additionally, a link to ericthecarguy.com, which is where I ask you go if you have automotive questions. Other than that, remember I post ETCG1 videos on Mondays, so be sure to stop back and see me then. Be safe, have fun, stay dirty. I'll see you next time.